Let's see if Miles Price can clean up some of the fumbles. He's had 4 of them in his rookie campaign in special teams. Clean catch on the kick. Very solid return for Price out to the 39-yard line to give decent field position. Well, it is a touch for Aaron Jones right out of the gate. And he turns across for about 3 yards. Slot to the right in an empty set. McCarthy will throw underneath, and it is a catch for the tight end, Ben Sims. His first target of the season, just the 9th career catch for the former Green Bay Packers.
Some of those key pieces, so it's been a lot more zone as of late.
Right back to Jones with C.J. Ham doing the blocking and opening up a nice hole for 7 yards for Jones. This time from the gun. Out route for Hockenson, and he was a favored target for Max Brosmer last week. Hockenson coming off a season-best 59 yards in Seattle. From the 32, a little pop pass for Speedy Naylor along the edge, and he picks up right around 10. Right back to Jones. He picks up the first down easily as he takes a big hit. They've had more offensive line combos in game than any other team other than Los Angeles this year. McCarthy down the seam, and what a drive for JJ and the Minnesota Vikings. Josh Oliver the touchdown.
I love how he's finding these seam balls early. Big start for the Minnesota Vikings offense.
And J.J. McCarthy goes 4 for 4. 69-yard return this year against Vegas. Perfect kick right to the goal line. It's been a good dirty kick season for Reichard. Good return for Deebo Samuel. And with a penalty marker thrown, unfortunately for Washington, Samuel gives him excellent field position.
During your turn, holding, receiving team number 35, 10-yard penalty, first down.
You know, these wide splits is because of all these pressure looks that the Minnesota Vikings can give you.
Going to dive into that a little bit. It's a handoff to Chris Rodriguez to start the day. He runs into Eric Wilson. Samuel in motion. They get Noah Brown back today as well to the Commanders offense. Long throw, and what a connection to Terry McLaurin right on cue.
Yeah, this is where Jayden Daniels is so good, so poised in the pocket, and this up-tempo offense is crucial. They got a full stable of wide receivers coming into this game.
Uh-oh, some pressure early. Daniels gets rid of it to Deebo Samuel in the screen game, and he ends up getting grabbed by Van Ginkel for a couple of yards. Always the case when you play against a Brian Flores defense. It'll be fun between Kingsbury and Flores today. Another good run here for Rodriguez, and he picks up another Washington first down. They're 3rd in the league in rushing this year and averaging nearly 5 yards a pop. Daniels well protected, but that throw is a little off target. So again, that disguised look. Daniels has time and delivers to Ben Sinnott, the Iowa native, playing nearby here in Minneapolis. Picks up 7 yards, and it sets up 3rd down. Now Jeremy McNichols is the back on 3rd and 3. 4-man rush. Daniels. Not a lot of designed runs, but he can still scramble, and he dives for the first down. The 31-yard line. Pistol look here, and McNichols with a very solid cut. He bangs into Harrison Smith. We'll check that flag, though, on the far side of the field.
Holding, offense number 87, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And this Vikings crew when we talked to him this week. 1st and 21, blitz coming, and Daniels got rid of it. Here is McNichols in space, and the Vikings rally to the ball on the perimeter.
You're going to see this a lot. All of these mugs just walked up.
This time they'll bring the extra body. Daniels trying to maneuver, and he takes off yet again. Minnesota brings 4, quick to Samuel in the screen game, and Debo picks up the first down into the red zone. Zach Ertz threw an outstanding block, and Debo Samuel in the screen game has been a weapon this year.
Yeah, and the key to this becoming a big play, just going from being a completion and 5 yards to all of a sudden being 15 yards and a first down, is all of those perimeter blocks.
This is a strength-on-strength matchup. Washington, one of the best red zone offenses. Minnesota, one of the best red zone defenses. Rodriguez pumping through the red zone, pouring through tackles and taking it inside the 5.
That's a really solid run. And I love how they went under center and they just decided to pound it. And this is where, you get a lot of this movement up front with the defensive line. It's just going to open up some of these creases, and then it's just a matter of, and they've got their guy Terry McLaurin back up here, which requires you to account 2 guys for him.
And McLaurin up top was watched by Isaiah Rodgers.
This is where they've got to be really stout.
Fake to Rodriguez. They had Coleman in there. He's eligible, and they throw it over the top of him. That was the big body that came in from McLaurin. Daniels got time. Now needs somebody in the end zone. Floats it to get rid of it. Jonathan Allen, top 10 in percentage this year. Play clock winding. Daniels looking, throwing, back of the end zone, and Samuel could not hold on. We'll start this drive from under center at his own 2. And it is Jordan Mason getting the carry. He did a really nice job when Aaron Jones was out. They stick with the run game here. Wow, Mason got cracked by one of the great tacklers of this generation. Wagner's going to join them soon. Now out of the gun, McCarthy under some pressure. He's going to tuck and run and dive ahead close to the sticks. C.J. Ham did everything he could to keep that play alive with a good block, and McCarthy moves the chains with a scramble run. Receivers out there, Addison and Jefferson with 2 tight ends. And a run from Mason, and he'll pinball his way for a couple.
On it with confidence to start this game.
A solid first quarter, and underneath this time Jalen Naylor will make the catch. Technically his second of the day, had that pop pass earlier. Still no targets for Jefferson. Off play action, McCarthy rifles one, and it's over the top of Jordan Addison.
His great strength right now is just throwing the ball to the perimeter because he can throw those fastballs.
There's a nice run from Mason, and he spins his way to a first down. Bobby Wagner will drag him down at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards for Jordan Mason.
Yeah, this run game is really helping the Minnesota Vikings right now, I think, especially up front. But whether it's Jordan Mason or it's Aaron Jones, both of them physical runners, do a nice job hitting these creases. But you can just see how the O-line is, blowing open.
Today, they're at full strength for the first time in a while. Back to the ground game. Mason's there. Deep has had those injuries. Dan Quinn has had to make some changes. McCarthy on the rollout. He sees the pressure, and he's going to end up getting dragged out of bounds by Will Harris. Now, that's somebody they've gotten back from their defense. Came back against Denver after he had a long stint on IR, so they're happy to have the versatile safety back.
Yeah, he's former corner, so he's got really good coverage skills, so you'll see him in
playing his 99th NFL game today. 3rd down and long. McCarthy was looking at one receiver the whole way. It was Speedy Naylor who makes the catch past the sticks. 11th play of this Minnesota drive is a handoff for Aaron Jones Sr. And he takes about a yard. We'll take a game break with our friend Chris. Have during the pregame festivities here. We're protected here at US Bank Stadium. McCarthy ducking away and somehow takes a loss and turns it into about a yard or so gain. He was never whistled down, so he kept on moving and bangs his way down to the 45.
Looking at Justin Jefferson on an outcut here to the left. But he feels Sanders still squat on that route. Comes off it, takes off and run. But, what we've seen so far is him hitting a lot of the first progressions. He's been dropping back, 1, 2, 3 hitch, hitting that back foot.
After replay assist, the ball is spotted at the 49-yard line. The correct spot is the 49.
Jefferson's in motion, still no targets on the first 19 plays. McCarthy Deep out route for Jordan Addison, and he's got the first down inside the 30 of Washington. J.J. McCarthy has been on it with the out routes. He gets another one here.
Yeah, big, strong-arm guys that like to throw fastballs. This is the type of throw that needs to be made in order to get it all the way to the sideline. It's
Jefferson on the near side. Can't miss him with the bright yellow cleats today. There's his first target and his first catch, but it's going to go for a loss. Sainris still got him first, and then the rest of the Commanders rally to the ball.
He can influence every game if he just gets the ball in his hands.
Little pitch play here for Aaron Jones, trying to make the cutback. And he's still on his feet, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll set up 3rd down and 12. Trying to get him on the move. McCarthy to Jefferson, right on cue. Needs the 19, and has it for a first down. The 4th 3rd down conversion of this now 17-play drive, and Mason with a good run on first down, running into Wagner. It's a season-long drive in terms of number of plays and in terms of time for Minnesota. And Mason gets right near the sticks, maybe about a yard short. Tight ends, Ham is lined up off the wing and in motion and curls for the block. And Mason goes the other way. Misdirection, touchdown, Minnesota. I really like that play design with how they use C.J. Ham, the fullback there.
Yeah, anytime you get somebody moving laterally and then you snap, and then, of course, Jordan Mason, the cutback, finding the end zone.
For his career.
3 of 3 on 3rd down for 46 yards. He scrambled for another one. So it was methodical. They used everybody.
And now the special teams of the well-rested set of legs stop Samuel. Get the score. They stalled at the 1. Now Jayden Daniels back to work. Off the fake, and that ball was batted at the line of scrimmage. We saw a little bit of that the last couple of weeks. We'll try to get it on the ground with Rodriguez, who's off to a good start today. He picks up 5 to set up a 3rd down and medium for Washington. Noah Brown in motion. Daniels against pressure, evades, scrambles. Watch out with that left arm, and Harrison Smith forces him out of bounds to bring up 4th down.
Daniels to do that, but nice job of them bottling him up even as he got down the field.
First punt of the day, and a tough fair catch by Price.
The first half, and you held them to just 2.
Start it with Aaron Jones Sr. He muscles ahead to the 26-yard.
It's been great.
And now Jones again. It's close to the sticks, maybe about a yard shy. And obviously you're one of the great quarterbacks of this century, Drew, and not a good start today. Now the ground game gets this first down with Jones. And the clock turns inside of 3 minutes. Remember, Washington is slated to get the ball.
You can see it starting to wear them down.
Right back to Jones. It should take us down to the 2-minute warning.
Look, both offenses have really put together some nice long drives.
Quick snap, and I think this may be against Minnesota.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
It's the 7th penalty of the season on Christian Darrisaw. 4-man rush, and that gets batted at the line of scrimmage by Frankie Luvu. All-Pro last year. Give themselves a shot to get the ball back. Another 4-man rush. McCarthy feeling it. Step in, and he takes the sack. That's Von Miller, who's closing in on Jared Allen on the all-time sacks list.
Yeah, you knew they were going to tune up the pass rush on this 3rd long. They tried to give some help on the edges.
Will have the punt, his first of the day. Jalen Lane has a touchdown this year on a punt return. He'll take a fair catch at the 32. Start this drive from the 33 with 2 timeouts. Quick out route. Terry McLaurin steps out. Daniels, watch out. Pressure from Van Ginkel off the edge, and Harrison Smith was charging in on Jayden Daniels. Just a 4-man rush on 3rd down. Tight window at the 46. Caught by McLaurin. What a catch by McLaurin. Same deal, more pressure coming in from the edge. Harrison Smith. Now Smith backs way off. Daniels has to move around to find Samuel, and he's right in front of Byron Murphy Jr., who makes the tackle for loss. Four-man rush again. Daniels finally has some time, but nothing downfield. Has to launch it away and incomplete. That stops the clock for Minnesota with 27 seconds left. And this is the formula, right? Blitz on first and second down, or bring pressure or disguise it, and then play some coverage on third and long. Nice punt by Tress Way. No fair catch from Price. That was dangerous, and he's going to end up getting chopped down shy of the 15-yard line.
3 straight throws from the 1-yard line when really they were running the ball effectively. Kind of missed out on some points there, and have, as a result, given themselves a 14-point deficit going into half. This Brian Flores defense has really been problematic for them. They have to go and respond and get some points here to start this half.
Let's see if Deebo Samuel with a head of steam can get going. But instead, he's going to get hit shy of the 25-yard line. Jay Ward. Be a handoff for Chris Rodriguez. Slips through a little alley and into Blake Cashman. He picks up 4 on first down.
They're going to have to find a way to neutralize that.
Four-man rush. Daniels still has to move out of the pocket. Is able to escape the initial rush from Allen and then try to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 7. Here comes pressure. Trying to get one-on-one for Noah Brown, and kind of some incidental contact between he and Fabian Morrow, but this is probably going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense number 23. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul, automatic.
Some of these 3rd and 4th corners for the Minnesota Vikings.
Back to the ground game, and Rodriguez. Over the course of the year, because McLaurin's missed so much time, right? 7 of the last 8 games.
Can do so many things for you, but you really want him to just be that joker kind of movement guy, screens, short, intermediate passing game.
Rodriguez again fighting for yardage. He'll set up a 3rd down and 1 here.
So what's going to help you get points?
Well, Brian Flores is jumping up and down on the sideline. This is a lot of personnel issues for Minnesota. Daniels has that ball knocked out. Minnesota takes it. This is the rookie Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins.
There were 12 players on the defense. In the previous spots, a 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
And Rodriguez, again, is averaging about 6 per pop. 1.5 yards better than league average. He'll take that one for 4. So another successful.
Helps to alleviate some of the pressure concerns. We'll see if they get back to that.
Oh, I don't know if Samuel was looking for that screen. Dallas Turner gave him a nice little shove there, but 60-yard field goal try for Jake Moody from here. That's well beyond his career long. So Daniels is going to try to make a play with a fake and a lunge ahead. Byron Murphy Jr. was there. Fake it to Rodriguez, and underneath it is Zach Ertz making the catch. The rookie Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has his first offensive snap of the day. He's the tail of the tandem. And he bursts through a hole and gets run down by Smith. So Drew, just as you called for, try to get a long drive. This is the 10th play of this series. The rookie's got nowhere to go this time. Minnesota on the 4-man rush, quick out looking for Noah Brown, out of his reach with Isaiah Rodgers in coverage. And again a 4-man rush, it's batted into the air, and Andrew Van Ginkel gets the pick, chased by McLaurin, and down inside the 30-yard line. The Iowa native has a nose for the football, and he takes it away. And the Vikings defense comes up big again.
And get the interception. Massive play in this game for the Vikings.
Now Jones pick up a couple of yards. And that's been a trademark of Andrew Van Ginkel's going back to his Miami days. McCarthy with time, looking for an outlet and a tight window for Jefferson. Only 7 takeaways all year for Washington. Trying to generate one. McCarthy, the only one there for Jonathan Jones, diving in front of Hockenson. Fourth down comes up. That's a nice stop by Washington's defense after the quick change.
Yeah, they absolutely needed that. And look, I think they just got a bit more aggressive. You know, they're tired of these balls being complete.
This is a chance to make it a 3-possession lead for Minnesota, and Will Reichard. That ball is fading on him, but it just sneaks inside the right upright. He's only missed 2 kicks all season long, and he's now 22 of 24 on field goal tries. Now a 3-possession ball game. 30 kick from Reichard. That lands in the landing zone, goes into the end zone, so a touchback will send it to the 20. So it is Mariota coming out. Christina Pink down on the field. It is started by Mariota, part of this 7-game losing streak that Washington is trying to break out of. They'll start with a run on this drive to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
Given the fact that this pressure defense has given them so many problems in the shotgun.
Now Mariota over the middle, and he connects with Deebo Samuel for a first down. Still churning. They'll give him forward progress to the 36-yard line on a gain of 11 for Deebo.
Forced to scramble. Maybe there's some more design stuff like that with Mariota.
Here, the rookie Krosky-Merritt bangs off a tackle.
Logically, how that's actually affecting, what you're able to do on the field.
Mariota's picked up by Harrison Smith. Career interception number 38. No active player has more than Smith. And this Minnesota defense has imposed its will in this contest. They took one away from Daniels. They take one away from Mariota. And the Vikings, second straight drive for Minnesota's defense with a takeaway. And now J.J. McCarthy going to work, deep out Jordan Addison. And just like that, Minnesota's in the red zone. In a Vikings uniform as well, only 4 other players have played more games for Minnesota than Smith. And there is a good run for Jordan Mason. And you're getting to tough territory for Washington right now. Minnesota's smelling blood. Tosses it to Mason. Along the edge, first down and goal for Jordan Mason and the Vikings. McCarthy off the fake. Hit as he throws, finds Oliver for a 2-touchdown day.
J.J. McCarthy, great patience. Really, that was about his 3rd or 4th progression. He kind of went from front side to back side. And great execution. And they have done a marvelous job of doing that. And really, to J.J. McCarthy's credit, too. He's been very accurate throwing the football, a lot of first reads. But when he's had to get outside the pocket and make plays, he's done that, too.
Right now, after he got drafted by the Pacers last year. So here is Rodriguez, another first down run, but not much there. It's a loss of a yard as Jalen Redmond, number 61.
As a member of this defense.
It's been a journey of perseverance for him. Here's Mariota on his second series. That's through the hands of his intended target, Ertz, and he gets upended. And Ertz a little banged up with some discomfort on that left arm earlier. A dominant performance so far from Minnesota. They bring an extra body on the blitz, and they get to Mariota, and it's Eric Wilson. A career-high 5.5 sacks for the man who returned to Minnesota this season.
Yeah, he is their pressure player right here. You're going to see him hit the A-gap. And it's really one of the things about the double-A mug. The guard and the running back aren't sure who to block. They got mixed up there, and Eric Wilson was able to get the sack.
Price makes the catch at the 34-yard line and has nowhere to go. Everybody from Washington to Washington across the country. C.J. Ham has done more things than you can count for all types of people in the Minnesota and the Dakotas. You finally saw some pressure from the Commanders' defense. J.J. McCarthy was patient. Right now, and you hope everything's going to be okay physically for him. Here is Jones. And he bursts through another good run. They'll mark him down just shy of the line to gain 9 yards there. The struggles continue for Washington on a 7-game losing streak and being shut out through 3. Meanwhile, Minnesota on a 4-game skid trying to bounce back. Jones the first down. And they're in great shape here in the fourth quarter.
So you felt like they had a lot of confidence coming into this game.
Nice blitz pickup. McCarthy hit as he throws. Launches end zone for Jefferson. He and Sainra still going after the ball. And it's incomplete. It's second down. Eddie Goldman had that hit on J.J. McCarthy. Aaron Jones busts through, stays on his feet, and works inside the 20-yard line. String injury. He picks up an 18-yard run right here.
Yeah, and it's been really impressive just how they've gotten everyone involved in this game. You know, all three tight ends have contributed, come up with some big catches. It's at some key moments. Both running backs toting the rock. This offensive line is really just...
And now a fake from McCarthy, leaves it underneath, and a lot of room to try to run for Jones. Multiple flags, multiple tackles broken, and Jones with multiple good plays on this drive, but we'll check the flags.
The ineligible player downfield by the offense is disregarded by rule because there's a personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That 15-yard penalty is enforced from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
It's dealt with for Washington this year. Toss play, Jones knifing through inside the 5.
Love to get Justin Jefferson some love down here.
Couple of fakes. McCarthy stays on his feet, spins ahead, still pushing, and they'll whistle it dead at the 2-yard line. So third down and goal. That's an interesting point, DB, because, again, you're in such control right now. As you'll see this play, you'd love to get Justin Jefferson.
Absolutely. Look, at this point in the game, look, they're up 24-0. They're probably going to win this football game. So you're really thinking about, man, how can we spread it out? Definitely a pass look.
McCarthy fires inside looking for Addison. Sainra still had the coverage. That'll bring up fourth down and goal.
And honestly, just the rhythm that was created for JJ in the passing game was perfect.
Quick strike, Hockenson stays on his feet, touchdown. That might be an early fourth quarter dagger. And Jonathan Jones got the worst of it in that collision.
Yeah, again, just talking about this rhythm, you're going to move Hockenson just to try to get him leverage on this outcut. Of course, you got...
All Vikings, 31-0, and for J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy's found the tight ends thrice today. It is all Minnesota looking for its first shutout in 2 years. Out to the 35.
McCarthy, the way that he's played and the way they've been just able to incorporate all the playmakers on their offense.
Mariota floats it, and it is caught for a first down. There's Noah Brown. His first grab in quite some time, just his fourth catch of the veteran receiver back at it. It's a nice run by the rookie. Krosky Merritt will get close to the sticks. Clock's ticking towards 10 minutes. Krosky Merritt to the edge. And that'll be a good run. In this his second season after winning Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. Mariota under pressure. Here's the athleticism of Mariota. It'll set up third down.
Yeah, look, all the great ones want to play.
Yep.
They love the game. They're an extremely dynamic offense.
3rd and 6. Mariota is going to try to pick it up with his legs. He gets close to it. That ball came out, though, towards the end of the play. And it is Javon Hargrave who comes out with it. It is going to be ruled as a fumble. And they kick through the door with another takeaway. The defense has its third of the day. That ball clearly out and recovered inbounds. It came in with the worst turnover margin in the league this year. Compare that to their plus 12 a year ago. It is directly correlated possessions.
Field against this Vikings defense.
J.J. McCarthy has had an excellent game today as he finds Jordan Addison. He's got a first down.
To the middle of the field where you're dropping it over the back or in front of the safety, that's where he can make the biggest strides as he continues to grow as a young quarterback in this league.
Catch and run for Ty Felton, his second career grab. The rookie out of Maryland, a third-round pick. He's got a first down.
Played well, third year was terrible. So it really went until my fourth year in the league that things kind of started to turn around. I started to figure it out. And honestly, a lot of these guys just don't have that much time with a guy like a J.J. McCarthy.
Defense, number 98, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
The opportunity to learn, to grow, to develop the traits that are going to help you be a great, consistent quarterback in this league for a long time.
Daniel Jones, who spent a cup of coffee with Minnesota last year before signing with Indianapolis and having the type of season that he's had. There's another first down for Addison. Inside of 4 minutes to play. Fake it to Scott. Still let McCarthy do some work. And that one came out of the hands of Addison. It's incomplete.
I think Kevin O'Connell looks at these moments as opportunities for it. Man, we are still going to execute our offense. We're going to mix the run. We're going to mix the pass. I want to see you continue to grow. And
four-man rush. McCarthy will dump it off for Scott. And he tries to work ahead. Another tackle for Bobby Wagner. Future Hall of Famers. It is Scott, first down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning of what has been. And we'll see what's in store with Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, and company coming up in just a little bit. And they'll meet on a Saturday night in Chicago in a couple of weeks as well. For the last team to get shut out and then come back with a shutout of their own. This is impressive bounce-back stuff from Kevin O'Connell's crew.
It absolutely was. And really, game ball, an amazing performance by this Vikings defense.
J.J. McCarthy with a strong effort to snap Minnesota's 4-game losing skid as he comes back, gets the victory in impressive fashion for Minnesota. As you saw, tight game between the Bills and the Bengals. Burrow and Allen battling. We'll have bonus coverage coming up in mere moments. Bills up by 3.